Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the last day of 2020. Yeah, that's right, folks. It's the last day of 2020, and I am feeling so grateful in the midst of everything that has been the way that it's been. The most powerful thing that I can do is be grateful for where I'm at and what I have and what's been available to me in this experience that has had so many highs and lows and peaks and valleys, and a lot of lessons have come forward in this process, learning about myself and about other people and the world. And I hope that experience has been similar for you all, in a sense that you've been able to really stand in a space of gratitude, even in the midst of chaos and confusion and disorientation and craziness. So, that being said, I think that what is happening is we are transitioning into some new way of life, some new energy, some new experiences. And, it's really important to focus on what is it that you are designing. I heard this yesterday. You don't have to focus on knowing what you're creating. Just standing in the space of designing will ultimately manifest the creation. So if you can really, when you get caught up in the energy of things that didn't work out, or things aren't going your way, or things aren't the way you think they should be, to focus on reminding yourself about what it is that you are capable of changing and what it is that you do see yourself designing for your life. So focusing on that energy will manifest that creation. So as we go forward, it's not happening like at warp speed. It's not like, oh my God, it's happening right now. It's a process. And so we're in this process of transition. And as we work through these energies, it's important to continue to stay grounded and in alignment with what is your healthiest, best good. So not getting caught up or regressing in energies that aren't serving you, but to stand powerfully in what it is that you are designing for your life, even if that hasn't completely come to fruition. So, yes, that's kind of the messaging that I have been receiving this week. So, what is it when I've been listening to a lot of Joe Dispenza's work, and he's brilliant. And it's all about reprogramming your neurocircuitry so that you are actually learning how to create a new you, new year, new you, right? So how does that person look? Who is that person? What is the energy that person is in alignment with? What no longer needs to be in this space? How are you growing and evolving into this powerful, creative, abundant, loving human? So that you are being a contribution to the greater good and creating harmony within that space. Let's see. I'm going to pull a few different cards from a few different decks. I'm going to do a little different reading today, so let's see what kind of fun energy comes through. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about you guys. I spent a few days with my family. That's always an entertaining experience. I love them so much, and they're all so crazy in their own right. It's so interesting when you go around people that you don't spend a whole lot of time with, yet I spent my whole entire childhood with those folks, and they are so amazing and so fun and so creative and so beautiful and so crazy at the same time. It was really interesting, a really interesting experience. It always is. I haven't been there for Christmas in 10 years. So that was my first time really being around them like that. And during this season in that space in a decade. But it was chill. We didn't have a big holiday party this year. It was just a really small, intimate gathering. So that was very nice. It was lovely. I made homemade spaghetti with my aunt. We have a very traditional Italian thing that we do on Christmas with that group of family members. Then I spent some time with my mother and her siblings and my cousins. It was fun. Snow, we had snow, all the things. Yeah, embrace the in-between right there, right out of the gate. Flamingo spirit, in-between worlds. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Okay, here we go, you guys. That's what it's all about. Just be really grateful right now. Stand powerfully in your gratitude. That is the one thing that I think that is, as we're navigating through this, yesterday or the day that when I did the full moon reading, one of the cards, the first card I think that came out was Vulture Spirit, which is nothing is wasted. And I think that this year has been very confusing for like what was the point of that? Like there's been a lot of that kind of conversation. I've had that, what just happened? And I think what is really important is that to remember that the learning of this year of 2020 has been an essential piece of the growth process. It's been a necessary learning in order for us to evolve into who we are becoming. So turning the knowledge that we've experienced this year into wisdom, into gratitude, is what's going to pave the way for what's to come. So being grateful for this experience, leaning into it, knowing that it was a necessary part, that what we had to learn this year, is difficult and as tumultuous, or however the experience was for you, however that was, has been a necessary piece of the puzzle. Okay? Yeah, coherence, integrating the heart and the mind, yes, and being compassionate with the process, yes, and letting things dynamically come together, yes, that's so true, you guys. So really learning, bringing in this heart coherence, this mind, bringing it all in together into the frequency that creates the reality that we desire. So the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we want, okay? So this is all about really standing in the design of our life, being able to see that and not necessarily focusing on like, how is that going to happen? Just see that and then allow the energies around us, allow spirit to create it, to trust that what's meant for us will be for us, and that we can stand in a space of compassion without judgment, and allow for unconditional love to flow from source through us into the world, so that we are manifesting what it is that we desire. So allowing the coherence of our heart and our mind to come together to create the reality that we want, and allow for time and space to exist, and we can be compassionate with ourselves and with the rest of the world, and allow for the flow to come through us, so that what is meant for us will be for us. And the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between the layers and aspects of different origins and frequencies. So being able to be flexible, you know, being able to see things that are familiar to us, but also see things in a completely new perspective, turning our knowledge into wisdom and allowing for things to be easy and graceful, and being in a space of joy will allow for these things to all come together. Standing in gratitude and grace, being grateful for what we have, seeing this year as an experience of challenge and a necessary experience for growth as we are navigating through this process of in between. Okay? Yes, I love this. This is so beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Let's pull a little tarot and see what the tarot says. So I don't know about you guys. I am very excited for 2021. You know, this year has been very interesting. You know, when I was with my cousin the other day, he was asking me a little about what was going on in my life, and I was sharing with him, and he was like, "Aren't you stressed out?" And I said, "No. I'm not stressed out. There's only so much that I can control." And so in the midst of that, just stay grounded and be at peace and be grateful for what you do have, what opportunities are available to you. You know, I'm grateful for my health and my well-being, and I'm grateful that I'm keeping my wits about myself in the midst of this chaos. And I'm grateful for the people that are around me and the love that I get to experience and the joy that I get to have. And, you know, like, that's what I can do. That's what I have control over. I have control over trusting the process, allowing for what's meant for me to be for me, for creativity. So, you know, just really be mindful of what you give your attention to and how you're reacting to your stressors. And is that really the most effective use of your time? Does that take you away from your gratitude? Is that interfering with you allowing for the coherence of your mind, body experience, heart, mind experience to come together? Let's see. Star, yeah. Healing, being illuminated, experiencing enlightenment. You're experiencing enlightenment when you can really stand powerfully in a space of gratitude and allowing for coherence to occur, being compassionate. Yeah, that's lovely. Knight of Pentacles, really taking your time to move forward in a way, King of Swords, in a way that is really thoughtful and sees the bigger picture, rational, very rational, logical thought. Ten of Cups, yes, about what is love and abundance mean to you. Queen of Cups, I love this grounded emotional energy. Knight of Wands mixed up with a little bit of Emperor. Yeah, Fool, new beginnings, baby. Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters, awakening. Yeah, Six of Wands. This is awesome, okay? King of Cups, Four of Wands, Temperance, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. All right, you guys, I love this. Happy New Year! All right, so being able to see the bigger picture about what you really need to be focusing your energy on around what does give you love, what does bring you abundance. Like really, like I said, focusing on the life that you're designing, not how you're going to how it's going to happen. Just focus on what it is that you are designing for yourself. And when thoughts that aren't connected, the old past thoughts that bring up negative emotions, that trigger you in ways that get you spiraling into how is this all going to work out? That's what you need to see. That's what you need to recognize. And that's what needs to be able to be interrupted. So when that actually happens, when those thoughts start kind of funneling through your mind, what is really critical for you to do is to recognize them and have a word to say to yourself to interrupt those thoughts, to get you back into this groundedness of what it is that you are designing. So whatever you come up with for yourself, start putting that into a practice. Start putting that into an intentional way of grounding yourself in the now and in the design, so that you're not caught up in the low vibration bullshit, triggers, stressors that have kept you spiraling in a particular dynamic. That isn't the dynamic that you're moving into. You're really looking at things from a bigger picture, and you're seeing how to thoughtfully move forward in a very responsible way related to how do I receive and give love, and how do I give and receive abundance? How do I stay grounded in an emotional state? We just had this Cancer moon yesterday, day before, within the last 24 to 48 hours, that energy has been very illuminated. And that energy to me is very emotional, and it's all about home and heart and health. And my moon is in Cancer, so it's comfortable for me. But I got to tell you, I was emotional, and, I wanted to eat, because that's, in my culture, food is one way that we give love. And I had a pastry shop for 10 years. And so, when you're experiencing energy that is a little more heightened or illuminated, it's really important to stay grounded and understand what is emotionally there for you. And that is kind of what's happening right now. So just being able to stay grounded and understand what is emotionally happening there, and really take control of your life, see your reality, be the leader of your life and future. Because I do see some energy here. I see Sagittarius, Aries, I see Aquarius, I see water signs, fire signs, air. I mean, there's a lot of energy here. This is, you don't necessarily have to be the sign that's being represented or have somebody in your life that is that sign. But I think the energy is that it's really about being independent and autonomous, and being the leader and the confident leader of your own life, to make decisions, and also to be able to stay grounded in a way that is balanced. And the Knight of Wands here, this is interesting. This is interesting energy. I'm actually going to get a little clarifier. The Knight of Wands is moving fast towards a new beginning. The Knight of Wands is like, here we go, folks. We're moving on, moving forward. So I think there is this dichotomy of really wanting to take your time. But I think once you get really clear about what it is that you are creating, things are going to speed up pretty quickly. And the next thing you know is that, like, okay, we're on it. This is it. It's happening. You're in the actual, you're in the transition right now of embracing the in-between. And when it starts to get really clear about where it is you're headed, it's going to happen pretty quickly. And you're going to move in that direction. And it's going to feel, there's some calmness about that. There's some reassurance about that experience happening that's going to feel very comfortable. I don't know about comfortable. Maybe not comfortable, but calming. There's going to be some internal calming that's going to happen, that's going to really be something to embrace as you're moving forward in the change space, to the enlightenment, to the experience of clarity, illumination, and really overcoming. You're going to succeed in there's success coming in. And groundedness, bringing things together, alchemically bringing things together, celebrating your accomplishments in a way that is grounded and nourishing, nurturing to your soul, being able to get what you want, that you've worked really hard on creating for yourself, and being able to be in a space of discernment really being able to let go of whatever energies impact your ability to design the new reality that you're creating for yourself. Okay? But this is beautiful. This is really about staying grounded and getting what you want, that you've worked very hard on actually designing for yourself. Because in that space, that's where the creation manifests. That's what actually is the work. That's the work that you've been doing. Yeah, really looking at, overcoming. Yeah, so being able to see what it is that you want and standing in that space of discernment. Reminding yourself that the change is necessary in order for you to continue to grow, to go forward and grow. And know that you're getting, the downloads are going to start, it's happening, you guys. We're in it. We're in the transition. And it's going to start happening pretty, like, once the light comes on, it's going to be so clear. It's going to be like a flip of a switch. You're going to be like, okay, here we go. Onward. Now we're moving. Now we're shaking. Yeah, so keep doing the work to keep building the future that you want. Yes, and take your time. Yeah, chop wood, building blocks, yin. So this has been the message all week, you guys. So this is the message. This is the theme. This is the energy that you really should be aligning yourself with. Don't get too bogged down by what it is that is just, it's maybe not happening at the pace that you want it to happen. And it might not actually look like the way you think it should be looking. But I think it's really important that you, again, embrace the fact that we're in between something and take all of the lessons that you have learned this year and translate that into gratitude. Everything is here to help you, okay? Even when it feels like the worst possible outcome of any experience, whatever arises, love that, okay? So stand powerfully in integrating coherence between your mind and your heart, operating from this heart-centered space in a very compassionate way and bringing in a very dynamic reality that is in alignment with abundance and clarity and enlightenment and big picture thinking, and moves slowly and responsibly toward what is for your best and highest good. Because once you start to see that, it's going to happen really quickly. So continue to do the work, take your time, chop wood, just get up every day and continue to do the things that you're doing and continue to build the future that you're planning to manifest for yourself. Design. You're designing the future. You're designing your reality, and you're taking your time and being really thoughtful in a very feminine energy, in a very methodical, slow, moving, compassionate space, being grounded in your emotional energy, allowing for what's meant to be for you to come to you, allowing for alchemy to bring things together in a way that is natural and balanced. 4 of Wands, Temperance, 3 of Cups. It's like bringing together love, friendship, partnership, nurturing, grounded energy, new opportunities coming forward. You're gonna get what you want. You're gonna be successful. The year that's ahead of us is really going to be a powerful opportunity to take what we've learned and turn it into wisdom so that we can stand in a very powerful space of grace and gratitude, okay? Yes. people. All right, there you have it. That's your New Year's Eve 2020 reading. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I hope you have fun and a safe New Year's Eve tonight. Enjoy yourself, be balanced, stay grounded, be responsible. All things love and light, grace and gratitude. Okay, you guys? So if you like the content I'm creating, please give me a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, all that jazz. Either way, I hope there was a message in this reading for you guys. I will see you again, and I wish you a very happy new year.